First, I want to say thanks to everyone for their messages and comments, and everyone that watched the last video. Really nice to see that from everybody. I think we all have those days, and as I say in the video, it's just important and really beneficial to have someone to speak to. You know, to talk about how you're feeling and you know, issues that you might have. You know, you always say that a problem shared is a problem halved. So I think that's quite an important thing to remember. Anyway, recently I've been seeing a lot of posts and kind of quotes or motivational memes, if you like, about how people are spending their time just now in this kind of lockdown life that we're in. You know, some people are just relaxing, just taking it easy. Some people are spending time doing all the jobs that they wish they'd been able to do, that they've been putting off for months or even years, and getting, you know, those things boxed off. Some people are using the time to stay fit, get into, you know, fitness regimes and daily workouts and, you know, eating better and all that. Fair play to you guys. Certainly better than me. And some people are using the time to learn new things and upskill and, you know, taking courses and really trying to, you know, increase their value. So when they come out of this, you know, they're more valuable people to whatever industry or sector they're in. And again, fair play to you guys. Obviously, also there's a lot of people who are still working. You know, obviously everyone working in the NHS, heroes, everyone that's still a vital worker, and you know, those people as well whose industries just aren't as affected directly by this. You know, a couple of people are still able to go into their work and work, you know, a Monday to Friday 9 to 5 day. So with all that in mind, I guess there's two main messages that I've seen around the, you know, social media and whatever else. One of them says, if you don't use this time to upskill, to learn, to get fit, whatever it may be, then you lack discipline. And the second says, if you don't use this time for those reasons, again, to learn, to upskill, etc., then that's okay. This isn't a competition. Keep your mind and body healthy. No one is pressuring you to better yourself and come out of this amazing, you know, 2.0 version of yourself. No one's putting any pressure on you to do that. So just take it easy, take your time. I can see merit in both statements, I guess. On one hand, you are very rarely given this opportunity to learn, to upskill, to just, you know, it's free time to take on these new things. And as I said before, become a more valuable person coming out the other side. I guess not to emphasis on being a valuable person, but, you know, to learn new things. But in the same breath, we very rarely are given an opportunity to really slow down, check our mental health, take stock of where we are, and make sure that we're looking after ourselves, make sure that we're happy with where we've got to and where we're going moving forward. I think in regard to all this, it goes back to the idea that everyone goes through life at their own pace. I can't remember word for word the specific metaphor, but it's something along the lines of you're running your own race, not anybody else's. Quite often I think about, you know, when we have these kind of thoughts. My best mate Murray, I met him roughly 10 years ago. I moved school, and just before the term started, I was lucky enough to meet 10 to 15 guys where we were down here in kind of Narrows area, playing rugby with the guys. I was really fortunate. It's daunting enough starting a new school, never mind not knowing anyone. So I was very lucky to meet a bunch of these guys. But anyway, when I first met Murray, he knew exactly what his plan was, not so much for his life, but for a certain period. You know, he needed these grades in these subjects to get him into this uni to study this course, and then he's going to go and get this job, and that was it, and that was the plan. And to me, that was so foreign. I never really had that solid idea of what I was doing. I just kind of took every day that came. And 10 years later, now he got those grades, got to uni. 4 years later, he graduated. And now for the last three and a bit years, he's been working up an open whiskey. Shit, does this count as cheating? Talk about executing a plan, right? It's nuts. And in contrast, as I say, I never really had a plan. I just took every day as it came, and I just did whatever was in front of me and whatever was, you know, seemed like the most fun at the time. And whilst there's nothing wrong with that, I did sometimes find myself envious of these people like Murray that had a bit of a plan and went out and got what they planned to do and were in positions that they got themselves to. But I did speak to Murray today on this, and he said something that I guess I hadn't really thought about. With time, goals and ambitions shift. Whilst, you know, he still loves his industry, he still wants to switch it up and try new things and change his, I guess, specific day to day and change his job role within the same thing. You know, as I say, he loves what he does with whiskey. He wants to switch it up. And again, another thing he said was, you know, do what you think's best, but not everyone has it all worked out, which I think was quite an important thing as well. You know, he might have gotten to where he was initially planning to, but the reality of it is that no one has it figured out fully, at least. And anyone that does claim to have it fully figured out needs to open their eyes and realise that there's endless possibilities of what they can do in this world, never mind just their specific plan. I guess why this has all come to mind for me today, or now, or recently, is because the first time in a very long time I think that I might have a bit of clarity about what I want and what I want to do and what I think my future might look like. Something a guy I follow, a guy called Matti Haapoja, said as well, is sticking in my head, a video where he's talking about where, you know, how he got to where he is as a professional filmmaker and now obviously a YouTuber. He said the key to closing any gap between beginner and professional is learn, make, repeat. And that kind of stuck in my head. I think it applies to anything in life. I know I've had grand designs of things I wanted to do in the past, of what I could be or what I could work in, and kind of looked at the gap between where I was and where I wanted to be or where I thought I could be, and that gap was just too big. So I didn't even start. I didn't even begin. But now I kind of feel like I can bridge that gap. I kind of feel like there's a motivation to go out and just start chipping away at these things. So many people say, just start. So yeah, a couple of messages there, I guess. I say, yeah, thanks for watching. If you've any words of wisdom or insight in terms of what I've been talking about, then please drop me a line. As I say, I have absolutely in no way got it figured out, so would love to hear from you. So yeah, see you in the next one.